Welcome back, my dear students. So in this lecture here, we're going to be fixing these links here so that way we can have our functions working, our links, right? Well, before we do that, I got to explain something to you, all right? Now, we're going to encounter an issue when we are actually trying to make this work. The reason is because we can't actually use a regular link to link back before public underscore HTML. We can't do that because for security reasons with this account, with the hosting account. All right. So these are security measures that some of these companies use to actually now allow us to now allow bad people to actually, send information back from the web directory. All right. So we need to actually fix these links here to work. Now, if you remember, when we went to public underscore HTML, we copied this resources folder, and we also copied some of the directories, folders, and files inside, and we deleted already config and functions.php, of course, but we left templates, and this is for a reason. The reason why I left templates is because we're going to have to use templates in the public directory, but that's okay, all right, because we got this code here that we're using any of these pages, and what we can do is, all right, all we have to do here is change the links where these pages require the config. For example, if I go to code edit here, all right, this is only going back 2 directories. All right, we need to go back, actually, let me see, we need to go back 1, 2, 3 directories, and then we got to get into resources to make this work. We're going to come back to this later. And of course, we have to change this public name. We just take it out from here, and then those links will work. All right. So anyway, so we're going to have to make a couple of changes when it comes to paths, since we can't really go back for this security of things that we got with the hosting. So I just wanted to show you that. So in order for us to make this work, we have to go to this function that's getting this product here and change that link. So that way we can redirect to the right place. So this link, if you put your mouse over right now, is sending the request to edwindiaz.net resources cart.php. All right. So of course we don't have cart.php, all right, in resources there. So we need to fix that link. All right. Either fix that link or we need to include a cart.php there. All right, what we can do with a cart.php is that instead of having all the code in that page, we can make those pages, we can make whatever is there functions, and we can call those functions, all right, from somewhere else. All right, that's what we can do there if we wanted to, or we can just leave it there. All right, what we're trying to do basically is really being extra careful with our application. All right, it would take somebody a lot of knowledge to actually hack into our application, even if we put our cart.php in the public directory in the folder resources. All right, so let's see how we can fix this. All right, so let's go back here to our functions. Let's go to our home directory, resources, and then functions. Let's do co-edit here and edit. Now I'm going to look for the function that gets the product in the home page. Gets products. All right, so we got the get products function, and we can see right now that it's trying to go back here. We can't do that. It's not going to work. All right, so keep this in mind. If you want this to work, you need to include that cart.php, all right, in the public directory, because we can't go back with links. All right, so just to make this work, all right, and again, you can create functions in cart.php that are being called from the functions you got in the home directory and then resources. All right, so not to get too confused, let's go ahead and create a easier way to do this. So I'm just gonna take those dots off, do save, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this cart.php into our public HTML, and then resources. All right, and that's it. All right, if sometimes it blinks, it refreshes and it shows you that it did it, but if for some reason it did not do it this time, so I'm just gonna check to see, make sure. Okay, it's there. All right, so now that link, we updated that link. Let's go to our card.php functions. All right, let's check it out. We click on it and it sends us to that page. But what happened is on this page here on the card.php, all right, we're getting an error somewhere. All right, now I want to show you something here. You see, right now we are blind. We are not getting any errors on our page and we are going blind. To fix this issue here, all right, this specific hosting company called GoDaddy, and many of them allow us to override our php.ini files. All right, so they have documentation online, you can look it up. But here on public HTML_HTML, we can create a php.ini file that's going to override those original values of the php.ini that they got hidden somewhere in their server, right? So let's go ahead and create this file, and it's going to be called php.ini. There we go. And then we do co-edit and edit. And now what we're going to be doing here is we're going to paste error_reporting equals EO. This is a constant. All right, and that's just going to turn on the error reporting for us. Now, of course, it's going to take a couple minutes for this to work. All right, we can get some errors, and an example of that would be, let's create a page here, a file in public, and I'm going to call this test.php. All right, I'm going to co-edit this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be calling, I'm going to open this up, PHP here, of course, and I'm going to echo a variable that does not exist. This is just going to give me a undefined variable error here. Save. And now if we go to our site and we click on test.php, we don't get anything here. Well, it takes a little bit to work, okay, guys? Give me a break. All right, but it will work. Let's do refresh. Sometimes it has to do with the cookies too. All right, so let's go back and make sure that our php.ini is good. All right, save. I'm gonna close it, and this file is here right now. All right, so give it a little bit of time. All right, sometimes it takes a couple minutes for this to work, but it will work, and we'll show you that error. If it doesn't show it on this lecture, we'll show it in another one. All right, so I'm just gonna close this real quick. I'll tell you exactly where I am. I'm just closing some windows. All right, so now this is redirecting us to card.php at 11. So what's going on? Why are we stuck here? All right, if I do page source, I don't have anything. So that means the page is breaking here. All right, so let's go to our page right here. Let's go to our public resources and the cart. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go to co-edit and edit this. All right, so I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on here. What's going on here is that our path is wrong. All right, it's trying to link. All right, it has the wrong path here for config. We need to get out of here. All right, we need to go back and actually link to this file right here. So I'm going to give you that as a challenge. Figure out how to link this config.php, right? How to link this page right here, which is card.php, which is in the resources, which is public right now, to the home directory resources. All right, so if you are on the live server, try to figure that out. And on the next lecture, I'll show you how I do it. All right, thanks, and I'll see you in the next lecture.